SAT Practice Test Number 5. Reading Test. 65 minutes, 52 questions. Turn to Section 1 of your answer sheet to answer the questions in this section. Directions. Each passage or pair of passages below is followed by a number of questions. After reading each passage or pair, choose the best answer to each question based on what is stated or implied in the passage or passages and in any accompanying graphics such as a table or graph. Here is the summarization for questions 1 through 10. This passage focuses on the emotion the protagonist, Levin, built for his longtime friend, Kitty Scherbatsky. The first paragraph states that Levin has located Kitty with the existence of the Scherbatsky carriage at the entrance of the zoological gardens. The second paragraph describes the structure and the environment of the garden, stating the weather conditions and composition of people in the garden of that day. Both the third and the fourth paragraph focus on the mental state of Levin, as the third paragraph describes how Levin mutters to himself and how he is oblivious to the surroundings as he is trying to calm himself down. The fourth paragraph shows that Levin is both an emotional, sensitive, and passionate person. The fifth paragraph talks about the situation at the skating ground of the garden, where Kitty is located. The last two paragraphs switch the focus to Kitty's cousin Nikolai and what he says to Levin. Judging from what Nikolai says, which is very casual, we can again conclude that Levin is at a very emotional inner state to the surrounding people. He is simply walking towards the skating ground without doing anything particular. Number 1. According to the passage, how did Levin first know that Kitty was at the zoological gardens? The correct answer is A. Kitty's carriage was parked near the entrance. And the reason why that was the correct answer is because the first paragraph explicitly states how Levin knew that Kitty was there. Choice A matches the information stated in the passage. Number 2. As used in line 10, swarmed most nearly means B. The correct answer is B, gathered. The reason why that was the correct answer is because two of the answer choices have a somewhat negative connotation. The author is not describing the scene in a negative way. In this passage, the word swarmed means gathered, therefore B is the correct answer. The other words, connotations, do not fit with the context of the sentence. Number 3. The passage most strongly suggests that which of the following is true of Levin? The answer is C. He is an extremely passionate person. Emotionally charged phrases such as the rapture and the terror that seized on his heart help reveal Levin's personality. Choice C reflects the depiction of Levin as a passionate person. Number 4. Which choice provides the best evidence for the answer to the previous question? The answer is C. Lines 38 through 45, beginning with the place where and ending with there to skate. Because the excerpt focuses on Levin's feelings toward Kitty, evidence of the kind of person he is will probably reflect this. Choice C provides the best evidence. Number 5. What theme does the passage communicate through the experiences of Levin? The correct answer is A. Love is a powerful emotion. Though you may personally agree with more than one of the themes presented, A is the only one answer choice that is supported by details in the passage. Levin's feelings and actions support this theme. Number 6. The passage most strongly suggests that which of the following is true of how leaven appears to others? The correct answer is C. People think that leaven seems normal because he is doing nothing unusual. The other skaters go about their business. Most take little notice of leaven, therefore C is the correct answer. Number 7. Which choice provides the best evidence for the answer to the previous question? The answer is D, lines 60 through 65, beginning with Nikolai Cherbatsky and ending with Your Skates On. Of all the answer choices, Nikolai's way of greeting leaven is the strongest evidence that people think leaven seems normal. Choice D is the correct answer. Number 8. As used in line 20, conjured most nearly means A. Begged. Leaven speaks directly to his heart, asking it to behave. Choice A, begged, comes closest to meaning the same thing as conjured in this context. Number 9. The author's use of the word throbbing in line 1 implies that leaven, the answer is D, is in an agitated state. Choice D is the correct answer. The author chose this word to capture leaven's agitated state. Number 10. Based on the tone of this passage, what emotion does the author wish the reader to feel about leaven? The answer is A. Empathy. The author presents leaven's situation as one that is painful. The passage's tone suggests that leaven is worthy of the reader's empathy. Choice A fits this tone. Here is a summarization for questions 11 through questions 20. This passage is adapted from a speech by President Franklin Roosevelt in January 1941, which is before the U.S. entered World War II. President Roosevelt gave this speech in order to gain support in the United States Congress for the U.S. to prepare and later on enter the war. In the first paragraph, Roosevelt states that citizens of the United States are aware of their efforts to preserve democracy in America. He later on states the definition of a healthy and strong democracy, which leads to the improvements he believes are still needed for the society to fulfill the definition. He then proposes to increase tax, stating that the purpose is to increase the budget of the defensive program, which implies that the U.S. is then stabilized and ready to impact the world as he starts to shift the focus of his speech from domestic to global. He mentions the 4 essential human freedoms, which he believes should be secured everywhere in the world in this generation. Such kind of world is contrary to a new order of tyranny created by brute force. Contrary to lines 86 through 88, the world order which we seek is the cooperation of free countries, working together in a friendly, civilized society. President Roosevelt is trying to convey the purpose of entering the war, which is to spread the ideal world throughout the world. Number 11. Which phrase from the passage most clearly reflects President Roosevelt's purpose in making this speech? The answer is A, lines 2 through 4, beginning with to make, ending with democratic life. The introduction to the passage states that President Roosevelt reveals his intention to preserve and spread American democratic ideals. Roosevelt's remarks regarding taxation, patriotism, and sacrifice suggest that he wishes to gain the support of the American people for these goals and to persuade them to connect the fight for global democracy with their own democratic interests. Choice A makes clear the President's purpose in winning citizens' support for the battles abroad. Number 12. Which choice provides the best evidence for the answer to the previous question? It's D, line